So in this video, we are going to complete all exercises that's given in the book from 1 to 10. The first exercise talks about how we are going to create a Panda series using a Python sequence. They're given the number like 4, 6, 8, and 10. So we have to use that and create a Pandas series object. So we are going to import the Pandas as PD. We are giving PD as alias name, and then we are calling the series class. The Pandas PD.series is a class, and there we are passing this param like arguments like 4, 6, 8, and 10. So this is nothing but a value. Okay, we are just passing the value and we are not passing the index. Let's see what's happened. I'm just going to run it. And if you run it like I'm getting this value 4, 6, 8, and 10. However, look at the index 0, 1, 2, and 3 is added automatically. So if you don't pass the index value, Pandas will automatically assign the default index values. This is the first example. So I'll go to the next example. Here we have to create the series object, but here the number is like from 11, 21, 31, and 41. So we are just going to pass the same value, what are mentioned in the exercise, and we are going to create a series object. So as I explained, this is a series class, and we are passing this parameters to that class. So we are getting the series objects. If I run it and just right click and running it, so look at 11, 21, 31, 41 are the values I'm getting here, and the indexes are 0, 1, 2, and 3. So let's move on to the example 3. So they given the characters O, H, and O as a data for the series object. So what we're going to do is like we are going to pass this characters as given in the question, and then we are going to create a series. So I'm going to pass it here and look at here, and I'm storing in the S3 variable, and let me run this. Look, I'm getting OHO as a data, and index, as I said earlier, it's automatically added by the Pandas library 0, 1, 0, 1, and 2. So let's move towards example 4, where no, they are asking us to create a series object using a string. So funny is a string they given. So we are just gonna pass this so funny string here to the series class, and we are gonna store this value S4 in the variable. And let me run this. Look at here, we are getting one record with the value so funny, and the index is 0. So that's all on this string. Let's head towards example 5. Here they're gonna ask, they're giving multiple strings, multiple words. I am laughing. So I'm gonna give us a list here to the series class, and I'm gonna store that in this variable, and let me run it. Look at here. So each string is considered as like one record, and I could do 3 record, 0, 1, and 2. So that's a default index. So that's on the multiple string. Let's move towards example 6. So they are asking to create a series object using an ND array. So and they're telling it should have 5 elements in the range 24 to 64. So we are going to do it differently. So this time we are going to import a NumPy Python library, and we are going to call this length space where we are going to pass start number as 24 and ending range as 64 with the step as like 5. Okay, that's what we're going to do. It should have 5 elements. So we have to start from 24 and then it should end at 64 with 5 numbers in between. So let's see like how it behaves. Let me run this. Okay, look at here. It starts as 24 and no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Between 24 to 64, it has added, including 24 to 64, it has added 5 numbers. So, and the index, so as we have not mentioned any index, this Pandas is adding its own index, default index 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is example 6. Let us go to example 7. So here they are asking us to create an empty array using a tiling list. Okay, these are some empty array that is available part of NumPy. So again, we are going to import NumPy and then Pandas, and here we are using this tile where we are passing the list, and they want to repeat this twice. So we have to give the reps as 2. Okay, look at here, and then we are going to store this output in the this variable S7, and let me run it. So what's happening? 3 and 5 is a list, and it's repeated 2 times. Where we given us 2. We got 3, 5, 3, 5, and the index is 0, 1, 2, 3 as usual. This is a default index. That's Python. Pandas added to that. So let's move on to exercise 8. So here, this is a different exercise example where they're asking to create a series of using a dictionary. A dictionary is nothing but a key value pair. Look at this, a dictionary. A is a key and 13 is a value. Okay, it's a Python data structure. So B is a key and 41 is the value. Similarly, C is a key and 40 is the value, and followed by D is a key and 41 is the value. And this we are declaring, they're given that here. And no, what I'm going to do is like, I'm passing this dictionary to the series class, and I'm saving that in a variable S8 and just printing that. Let me run that here. Look at the difference here. Look at A, B, C, and D are keys, right? A, B, C, and D are keys. So the keys become the index, and the value 39, 41, 42, and 41 becomes a data. So that's how the Python dictionary will be converted into a series object. So you have to remember that for dictionaries, the keys will become the index, as I mentioned here, A, B, C, and D, and the values becomes the value of the series object. So that's about example 8. Let's move to example 9. So here they're asking to create a series object where they're going to pass the they're saying the initial budget allocated is 5,000, and they're asking to repeat that for 4 quarters, like quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. So here the data they given us 50,000 and index. So they want this to be repeated for these 4 quarters. So I'm giving indices quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. So if you run it, let's see what's going to happen here. Look at here. So the index is nothing but quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. But the value, this value 5,000, right? So that is repeated for each of the index. So based on the index, the scalar value, this we call as a scalar value, that will be repeated. Okay. This is on example 9. And the last example we are going to see today is example 10, where so they are going to, what they are asking, they are asking to create a series object where the medals to be awarded is like 200 in the inter-university games, and it should held every alternate year. Okay, from 2020 to 2029. So it's kind of a range only from 2020 to 2029. The range, the starts and ends, and with the step as 2. So they release it every alternate year, and they want the medals want should be 200. So I just given the data as 200 and the index as 2020 to 2029 with step size is 2. Let me run it here. Let me remove this. I have advertisely. So let me run it here. So look at here, the index. The index nothing but from 2020 to 2029, where it's no increment twice. For 2020 to 2020 to 2022, from 2022 to 2024. So it's incremented 2 by 2 years. Okay. And look at this value. This value 200 remains the same. This is scalar value. This is repeated based on the number of indexes. So these are the 10 exercises that we have to complete so today. So